We're going to do some legs next. And we'll do it in 3 different positions. So because we've just been on our hands, I think we'll start on our side. So coming down, we're going to have the knees bent to start. My heels are in line with my bottom, so the knees aren't bent right up in line with the hips. That would look like that. I'm like this. Okay, with your foot flexed, you're going to bring the leg up and down and squeeze as you come down. So up and squeeze. Quite simple. You don't have to bring it up very high, up to you. Now bring it up and push the foot forward, bend to right angle and down. So up, push, bend, down. Be sure to not bring that heel back too far. You're just bringing it back to a 90 degree and down. And then we're going to leave out the down bit. We're just going to go forward and back. Fantastic. So really starting to feel that in my butt now. Okay. Now bring that leg in line with the other one. And we're going to touch the foot down and then come back parallel to the other leg. And then we're going to do knee down and parallel. So this is kind of a version of knee toe, but it's even harder because you're going slower and you're hovering in the middle. God, it's excruciating. I'm horrid. Ow. Okay, now leave the foot down. Haven't done our clams for a while. It's only right. Squeeze and open. Do not let that hip come back. Even though you're getting tired, keep it forward. Otherwise, your poor thigh won't be working as hard. We're going to lift the feet off the mat and carry on. If you want to make things, well, they're harder on your waist, but easier on your legs sometimes to come up onto your elbow. Oh God, hurting from doing them yesterday. And now we're going to bring the knee open, stretch the leg, pointed foot this time, together, down. Open. I don't know if anyone else's butt is burning, but mine is dying. That's it. I like this next one. So you're going to open, top leg's going forward, bottom leg. Does it work on your elbow? No, it doesn't. You've got to be down for this. That's it. So open, top leg forward, bottom leg. Then together and down. Open, scissor, together, down and flop. Okay, just rub your bottom. Well done. That was so hard. Get a real good knuckle into that buttock. Give it a kneading. All right, bring the leg forward and rest it down on the mat. Straighten the bottom leg. And then you're going to push yourself back onto the hip, which naturally brings that knee off the mat. All right, now let's get that leg in line with the back and as straight and as long as it will go. I want to concentrate on the inner thigh, so it's not about how high you're going to lift that leg. I'm going to lift mine barely off the mat because I really want to focus in to the top of my thigh doing the lifting. I'm going up and really slowly down. So let's come up for 1 and down for 1, 2, 3. Up for 1, down, 2, 3, and again. Keep going. When you get to the top, don't force it up higher, but just try and get a little higher, but smoothly, not jerking. We're going to reverse that sequence now. So come up for 1, 2, 3, down for 1, up for 1, 2, 3, down for 1, 1, 2, 3, down for 1. Oh my God. Last 1, 2, 3, down for 1 and up and hold. Lengthen the legs if you're trying to reach something in front of you. Point that foot, ballerina style, push it back in line with the back. And bring it down and bend it underneath the other one. Oh, good God. Okay, so the knees are now in line with the hips. So you've brought the shins to the edge of your mat. And we're going to finish with some swoops. We haven't done these for a while, and these are horrid, but they do the job. So you bring your leg out, you turn your knee down, ready to take a nosedive towards this other knee, and then you open. So you scoop forwards and open. Make sure you twist that knee down before you come down. That's where you'll get the work going on in your butt. Now I'm going to attempt to go backwards. Know if it will work. So you, hang on, twist. No, don't twist. Just come back. That's the only way it will work. If you twist, get yourself into all sorts of trouble, like I nearly just did. It's hard life, isn't it, Doug? He's just completely splatted on the mat. I don't know if you can see him from where you are. A bit of him. Really hard life for a dog. A little spaniel called Douglas. Right, last one. Keep it up and pulse. Ooh, 9, 8. Flex the foot. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Oh God, am I horrid or am I horrid? Whichever butt you've just worked, whichever butt cheek, not saying you've got two butts, we're going to work the same one. All right, so coming up onto all fours. I am rotten. Okay. If all fours hurt, then you can do elbows. Do you know what? I can see someone taking a drink. I'm going to have one as well. Very dry mouth. Nothing to do with the fact I'm dying. Okay. Hey, so I'm actually, the best position for me is going to be the butt I'm working, that hand's going to be long, and then the other side I'm down on my elbow. I just find that a lot easier. We're going to bring the leg out to the side and down. Because when you're up on both hands, this does feel harder, but you can feel it more in your core, so it's just totally up to you. If this feels uncomfortable when I add on in a minute, don't do it. Okay, this is my dodgy hip, so I can feel it here, so I'm going to bring the knee out and then straighten the leg and back down. So my knee isn't as level with the other one to do this, it's back slightly, otherwise it hurts too much. So knee out, lengthen, back and down. All right, stretch that leg long, just rest for a second, squeeze your bottom to do these, lift over the, ow, who put that there? Not used to it in here. That'll teach me. Just bring it over the other leg and back. Just booted the television stand. Okay, try and keep that back straight. Tray of drinks on the back, remember. You can be on your elbows if you're hurting. Last move in this position, circles. Tiny ones, just using your butts. My back's not moving. Don't be bending the back or anything else. Oh, I'm so horrible. And briefly push back into child's pose. Lillian, bridge is coming up, which I know you can't do on your back, sweetie. So for bridge, what I would do is probably just be on your elbows. All right, but we're all going to come down onto our back, getting ready for some bridges. So both butt cheeks are going to be happening now, and then we'll do everything again on the other side. So bring your heels a little bit closer towards your bottom for me. Push the shoulders down, bring the shoulder blades towards each other. Roll through that lower back, and we're just simply going to do a hold for the first one. I want you to adjust yourself so you're in perfect position. Each time you push up with the glutes. And I know that sounds weird, but just always have your focus there, not on the tummy. Pubic bone is highest, the pelvis is tilted under. Okay, I want you to come halfway down the spine, pushing all the bones into halfway, and then squeezing that bottom to push the hips up. And again, halfway and squeeze. halfway. Keep that tummy down, ribs towards the hips. Okay, now we're going to come up, open the knees so you feel it in the sides of your glutes, forward, halfway, up, out, forward, halfway, up, and pulse out with the knees. 10, squeezing those outer bits of your butt. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to come down, have a little rest just for 2 seconds. 1 and 2, coming back up. Okay, this time we're going to squeeze the knees towards each other. Mine don't touch, so it's just a squeeze in, release, halfway down, back up. Squeeze in, release, halfway, back up. In, release, halfway. When you squeeze them in, think about bringing up that pelvic floor. Keep going. Staying at the top, squeezing your bottom, knees are just central, squeezing the bottom for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and come down. Oh gosh, my bum felt that. Okay, quick glute stretch then, and we'll do the other side. So ankle over the knee, bring the knee in. We're doing a glute stretch both sides. Doesn't matter which one you start with. Lovely. Okay, and when you're ready then, we'll come back onto our side. A lot of moving around today. Knees bent, but the knees are back and the heels are in line with your bottom. Let's make sure the heels are back. We're simply going to do lifts to start with. Now, this is why I say pay attention to detail. So it'd be quite easy to just suddenly just go into it. Let's really add to it because we're not hurting enough. So I'm going to squeeze that leg before I even lift it. All right, so I've tensed the muscles in my butt, my core's on, and now I'm going to lift. And in actual fact, even though you think that would be harder, it's going to be easier because it just means your butt isn't doing all the work. The leg being tense just means that the whole of that leg is getting work, not just that butt having to do it all, if that makes sense. And having the core on, I'm feeling it every time I squeeze down. Well done. Making sure you're squeezing those legs, inner thighs as you come down. Don't forget about your breath. Are you breathing in one way, out the other? Trying to connect mind and body. Okay, then you're just going to come up, not as high. Make sure the foot and the knee are the same level. And then dip the toe down. Bring it back. Knee. Bring it back. So we're hovering in between. And we're not doing it quickly. We're doing slow. This is nasty. This is why you need your heels back. If your heels are too far forward, doing this is agony. And you need to be back. Not that it's not agony anyway, but and rest down just briefly, and then lift the knee and squeeze, clams. Keep that hip forward, core on. Don't forget your squeeze out, squeeze in. You can come up onto your elbow if you want to, but because we did those scissors, I'm going to stay down this time. Lift the heels. Oh. God, I've done some horrible side legs, but I reckon today's got the gold medal for horribleness. A new word. Open the knee, stretch. That stretch is such a relief. Sort of. And then you can scissor as well if you want. So one leg forward. Actually, I need a hand down for that. Got a lot to think about. Open, scissor, together, down. My top leg goes forward, my bottom leg goes sort of backwards. Or you could just do both straight. Last one. Oh, and down. Oh God, that was really, really rotten. All right, so have that leg right forward. That just feels so nice to relax that for a moment. Oh, okay, now straighten this bottom leg in line with your back and then push yourself back onto your hips. You're nicely stacked on that hip. Okay, so remember, it's about nice and slow and smooth, not jerking as we come up for 1 and down for 1, 2, 3, and again up for 1, down for 2, 2, 3, up for 1, 1, 2, 3. Go that little extra when you think you reached the limit. When you go to the top, push that bit more. Okay, we're going to reverse that sequence now. So going up for 1, 2, 3, squeeze and down, and again 1, 2, 3, squeeze and down. Each time I'm coming down, I'm hovering my leg, but you can rest it if you want. 1, 2, 3, down, and then hold. Really point that leg, bring it back in line with the back. Try and reach the wall in front of you. Reach, reach, reach. Hold, hold, hold. And bring that leg underneath the other one. Well done. So just take a breath there. Give your bottom a little rub. And then bring the knees in line with the hips, shins on the edge of the mat. Okay, so we're going to do swoops. Bringing the leg out, twist the knee, swoop forward and out. Twist, swoop, out. Twist, swoop. Oh, the noise that hip's making is quite grotesque. And that's my good one. All right, we're going to reverse. So don't do the dip. Hang on, how do you reverse? Yeah, so go back. Don't do the twist. Just bring the knee down. Scoot back, out. Nearly there. We've got those vile pulses to go. Okay, so 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And collapse. Give your bottom a rub. Okay, look, there's light at the end of the tunnel now, girls. We've got one more set. This is the decider. Have you got what it takes? Come on. All right, on all fours. Losing it again. I know, wag wag. I know, you think you're getting lumps, don't you? I know. Not quite yet. Not quite yet. All right, so let's do our dog wee wee in on a lamppost, which is quite apt now because I have a little dog with his tongue sticking out. Looking at me. He has a little tongue sticking out when he sleeps now because he's got a little gap where he had a couple of teeth out and things like that. So cute. I don't know if you can see him from where you are. Keep going. Yeah, you can. And then we're going to bring the leg out. So I'm bringing my knee slightly back, then stretch, bend, and in. Out, stretch. Last one. Okay, leg back. And then we're going to lift and cross and tap. So a centre tap and a tap across the other foot. Last one, we're going to hold the leg up and do very small circles, not moving the back, and reverse. Me and my dog look identical. We've both got black, grey and sort of ginger going on with our hair. They say people look like their dogs, don't they? All right, bring that knee down and push back. And he looks a bit Brian May as well. So knees wide, head on the mat, arms by your sides, palms up. Oh, and chill. Deep breath. Round the shoulders. Elongate the back of the neck. Roll up to the crown of your head if you want to. If it doesn't feel nice, don't. And taking another breath in. As you breathe out, we're going to uncurl. So push back first of all, and then rebuild the spine. Squeeze the shoulders at the top. That's not an invitation to get in there, Doug. And all right, bring them up and squeeze back. Be good. You've been so good till now. Don't want face on face. I don't want face on face, Doug. Everyone's watching you being naughty, so just keep circling. Silly sausage. All right, so we're on the good bit now. Let me just check the time that I'm not diddling you. I'd hate to do you out of any more exercises now. It's 1:15, so just time for chilling. All right, so you can get to chill with mummy now. So let's just roll the shoulders again and then hug our beach ball. And then come back. See, down dog. Look, I knew you'd do down dog at some point. And again. Quick bit of a mermaid. Rounding the shoulder out. And then rotating, looking down. And then sweep that arm round in a circle. And if you wanted to, you can come up onto your knee as well. I just like that because it stretches through the hips, so coming down into mermaid. Just adjust your legs, you can do it coming up. Get a lovely stretch all the way down the side into the hip. Last one. Switching over to the other side. Just doing ordinary mermaid. Looking back. Looking forward. Really don't have to do this, the coming up onto your knee. You can just circle, but twist the body round or stretch right up and come down. 2 more. Okay, so coming down, hang on, let me think, is Lillian still with us? Yeah, I think we'll carry on stretching, sitting up, because we've done a lot on our back, just so Lillian could be doing what we're all doing. All right, so have your knees, legs crossed, hands on the knees, and we're going to bring ourselves forward. So you're pushing your chest forward and then rounding. So it's going whoo and then round. So from the side, just so the shoulders hunch up. It's like doing cat-cow but sitting, and dip. Opposite hand on the knee, and before you start twisting, make sure it's the waist that twists first, and then you could bring the arm further round if you want to, and if the shoulder goes back as well. Take a deep breath, come forward, just get that back untwisted. Opposite side now, so twist at the waist, then bring yourself further round and back to centre. Just hands here, just want you to loosen, so it's not normal spine twist, it's just getting that back all unknotted, and then just round forward again, just staying there for a deep breath, rolling back up. Let's do some neck rolls, so chin just slightly down and a very small circle. That way there's no chance of overstretching or hurting the neck. Rotating both ways a couple of times. As you do them, your shoulders are down. Bring the hands forward, rotate those wrists, hands wide, doing the thumbs, and knees down. Soles of feet together, stretching the inner thighs. And let's do a glute stretch. If you prefer to be on your back because you feel it more, then that's fine as well. You can flop down. That's the first way of doing it, bringing the knee across. Other way of doing it is then bending the knee if you want to feel it more, or you could do the ankle over the knee, hands back, and then bring that leg in. It's worse than the lying down one, that one. Feel that a lot. Okay, so bring that foot here. We started with these, we're just doing them sitting, so that leg comes out to the, oh gosh, leg comes out to the side. Dodgy hip. It's because we had it crossed over the other way. So let it reset and then push down, rotate and up. And then just leave it down. Everything on the other side then, so that leg's going to cross over. You can do it that way again, that way, or that way. Keep breathing deeply. Try and slow the heart rate down. Okay, uncross that leg. Reset first, Rachel. Then bring the knee out. Keep it there. Stretch the inner thigh. Then push and up. And again. Okay, just shape the legs, shape the hands. Rotate those wrists. And if you're up for it, we'll just cross our legs, spend 2 minutes with our eyes closed, just trying to bring ourselves inwards while we can before we rush off and be manic for the rest of the day. So if you're comfortable enough, just close your eyes and just take deep breaths. Feel your chest rising and expanding with the in-breath and then sinking down as you exhale. Seeing if you can just bring a little more air into the body without straining. Try and make the breath natural, but just a bit deeper than normal. Any thoughts are like clouds. Our inner selves are very much like the sky itself. It's constant, it's always there. And our thoughts are those clouds that just come and go. And it's really up to us whether we want to stay under a cloud and hold on to it or just let it go. So just be the sky now and stand back and observe any thoughts that pop into your mind, just as you would looking up at the beautiful blue sky and the white clouds that pass by. Let each thought go. Just beginning to get a sense of that deeper self. Nothing hippie about that. You can feel it. It's life force energy that courses through your body. You can feel it as tingling in your fingers. A sensation that's quite separate from your mind, nothing to do with your mind. Your different, deeper sense of self. And this is the part that we're just connecting with right now. Or jumping far too quickly back in our mind. And at the end of the day, the mind is nothing but energy. Those thoughts are merely energy passing in and out. None of them true. You can't prove each thought to be true. So then it's really not worth getting hung up on any of them. Many times in a day, just stop and try and connect with yourself, the sky. Stand back and observe. If the external world just gets too much, just step inwards and view from a distance. You can already feel how much calmer your body feels by doing this. If your heart was racing, anxious about the day ahead, you can feel that it's slowed down, unwinding any knots in your tummy, just by the simple act of breathing. It's a wonderful tool we all have at our disposal, but it takes practice like anything else. So just treat yourself at least once more this week to take 5 minutes to do what we're doing. You can count the breaths, you can focus on an area, even if you just do it for 2 minutes. The sounds also like thoughts, you just hear them but then let them go. You don't need to get hung up or focus too much on them. Don't berate yourself for however many times you go off into thoughts. I've said this so many times. Just noticing how many times you do that is the beginning of mindfulness. The fact you even know you're doing it. And therefore, it's a huge success. And you are capable of doing it. With your eyes still closed for now, just begin to move your body, rotating shoulders, moving fingers, stretching your neck, whatever feels good. And when you start to open your eyes, you can have your palms together and stretch up and round, or just stay as you are. Maybe do that practice, maybe spend 2 minutes by yourselves doing it. Oh, it's so lovely to see you all. I'm sorry about the problems in the beginning, but it seemed to work its way out anyway, and we got there in the end, didn't we? So, hope you enjoyed it. I know it's a very hard exercise. That's why I thought I've got to treat you to some mindfulness at the end. Just so that you come. You're very welcome. It was lovely to see you all, and well done.
Yeah.
Well done.
Great fun to see your dog playing with you.
I know. Well, the minute he sees me sit up, he thinks, oh, she stopped what she's doing. He's here looking at me now, like shaking, because he knows he's going to get cuddles. So, yeah, he is. He's the best. He really is. Although I moan about him, he's just the best thing in the world. All right, my lovelies. Okay, have a fantastic rest of the week. And I will see. Oh, Monday. Yeah, did we decide that Thursday was the day next week everyone could do? So Wednesday and Thursday. I know. Did we say that last week? Because the Monday's bank holiday. I think we did, didn't we? Yeah, Thursday. So Thursday morning and Wednesday morning next week. And
so
same.
Will it be 9:15?
Yes, still 9. Oh no, hang on. Yes, still 9:15.
Yes.
And
I'm not certain whether I can. If I can, I will.
Okay, my lovely. Okay. And Jenny, I'll let you know about Monday night as well. I'm going to change that to another night next week as well, possibly the Wednesday evening.
I'll be able to do Wednesday morning, but not Thursday morning or Wednesday evening.
No, okay, so you could do maybe Thursday evening if someone else wanted to do it as well. Don't worry,
I'm in Harpenden.
Okay. Oh, you've been coming up here a lot, haven't you, recently? All right then. Well, I'll put a message out anyway, and have a lovely bank holiday weekend. And I think the weather's set to be good, isn't it? So, yay! I'm off to the beach. Which is only about 4 miles away from where I am. So,
oh gosh.
Yeah, lovely. All right then, girls. Have a lovely week, and see you next week.
You too. Enjoy.
Okay. Thank you, and you guys. Bye. Bye. Hello. Down.